Welcome to Camp Bluefinch.
Best summer ever!
Where the days are warm.
Hey, man, that guitar's choice.
Thanks, Blake. Fits your hair.
The girls are cool.
Did I miss the Kumbaya circle?
The nights are always hot. And evil lurks around every corner.
Gosh.
And any moment, Billy can strike. They won't be singing Kumbaya. They'll be screaming Kumbano. Pack your bags for Camp Bloodbath.
You just messed with the wrong virgin.
Guys, somebody's coming.
Hey, do you guys know the way to Camp Bluefinch?
Tina. So, we're in the movie.
What's happening in slow motion?
Acknowledge me.
That's weird. Hold on. Yo, is it sound now? I don't know what's going on. StreamYard fucks up every time I reset my computer. That's the one thing I don't like about StreamYard. Every time I change something, or I took this with me to Chicago, come back, all you do is boot it back up, go back into StreamYard. There's always some bullshit so either way. So if you couldn't hear me, this is JEFFMAN316, your pop culture reporter, and this is a watch along to The Final Girls. And we had this up for vote along with the last one, and it didn't win. But I figured we'd watch it since I was out of town, and I didn't really have time to dig through Tubi to try to find out anything else. But I like this movie. Doug says he tried to watch it and fell asleep. What'd you fall asleep for? So hopefully I fixed the sound. What's up, Doc? Are you on mute? No, the damn thing was plugged in, and it said when I went. I always test it before I go live, and the bar was moving up and down. So the only thing I did was I closed out, switched mic. Sounds a little weird. What's it sound like? Same microphone I always use. Testing. Let me know if it sounds, what it sounds like. What does it sound like now? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's nothing going on in the background. It's just me. TV's not even on. It's on pause. What does it sound like? So, like I said, every time I take this damn thing on a trip and come back, I don't change any settings. and the shit never works right. I need to find something other than StreamYard. I've asked multiple times, and I don't really get a good answer. What are people using other than StreamYard? Because whatever it is, I'd like to know. I'm listening to myself. Sounds fine to me. What do you think? Ken, does it sound okay? He gave me the thumbs up. I can reduce the volume. What does that sound like? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. What does he say? What did Triple H say in his theme? 1, 2, this on. Sounds all right to me, so I'm leaving it. I'm not fooling with it. I don't have to go out of town anytime soon, so I'm just going to leave everything set up exactly the way it is, so we won't have to go through this again, so I apologize. But, sounds good now? Yeah, I didn't change anything. I did go to, like when I went to the audio, there's a mic volume. I dropped it down 10 on the setting, but it was where it was always. Maybe it's because it's closer to my mouth. I did move it a little bit, but either way, I'm going to go ahead with the formalities and we'll talk about The Final Girls. Doug said he fell asleep. I love this movie. It's a really good horror comedy. It's from 2015. It's PG-13. That's the only thing that I wished it was R so that it went a little bit farther. Like there's no nudity in it. Not that I need that, but if they're going to basically parody 80s horror movies, then they probably should have went all the way with it and it would have been a little bit better. And then, it's a little bit vulgar, but not much. It's a PG-13 movie. So it came out, like I said, in 2015. It's PG-13. It's 1 hour and 31 minutes. As far as I know, it's not available on 4K. I've got the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray's got good special features. It's got alternate endings, more than one. It's got deleted and extended scenes. It's got director's commentary, cast commentary, writer's commentary, visual effects, director's production notes. There's a lot of shit on there. With the cast being as good as it is, I'm surprised they didn't do a 4K with like a new cast commentary. So, let me read you the description real quick before we start it. A woman grieving the loss of her mother, and she's a young girl, a famous scream queen from the 80s who has her mother, finds herself pulled into the world of her mom's most famous movie. Reunited, the women must fight off the film's maniacal killer. This is got a good cast. So the cast includes, is it Tessa Farmiga, and obviously Vera is her sister, and Vera is so much older than her. I thought that was her mother there at one time. Malin Ackerman, is that how you pronounce her name? She plays her mother. Adam Devine, Alexander Ludwig, Nina Dobrev, Aaliyah Shawkat, Thomas Middleditch, Angela Trimber, Cole Bridges. All of those they play phenomenal roles. I like them. I don't know if there's anybody famous in here other than that. No, director Todd Strauss Schulson. It's got a 6.5 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. It's similar movies to like that Totally Killer, which is on Prime. So if you like that, you might like this if you've never seen it. So if you have seen it, you'll know. The heart of the most bloodless picture is Max's relationship with her mother's character, and there are some genuinely touching moments about grieving and the acceptance of loss. I agree with that. It's got a little bit of heart to it. But either way. So we're watching it on Tubi because that way, if it's got some ads in it, we can take some breaks along the way. And I actually think I got it queued up. So Doug, if you're gonna watch it with me, you can let me know when you're ready because I'm getting ready to make sure that I think I'm past the ads at the beginning. So mine is actually ready to roll. So I'm not gonna have any ads. I went ahead and played those before the stream started. And Doug says we're good now, so hopefully we are. So I went ahead and put a goal in here. If anybody wants to give me any type of super chat, you can help pick the next movie. We need to pick something related to 4th of July because um, that's next Saturday. If we do a stream, it'd be the 5th of July, and I will start it. So I'm going to give a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I don't even remember what company made this. Stage 6. She told me that she didn't think her phone was going to have a good signal and she was going to test it. And then she couldn't test it anytime that I could. She was going to be actually in the auditorium or wherever they were. And I told her if she couldn't test it, then I wasn't going to do it last week. Plus, with me going out of town and it just wasn't going to work. I like how it starts with the fake trailer, which is basically what I put in the opening little montage. It's funny, like she's so much older than the other ones. They got to try to make her look young. The nights are always hot. Go all the way. It reminds me of that part from X. The first time I saw this, I thought the mask was cheesy. And then it kind of grew on me a little bit. Camp Bloodbath. Rated R. So they got a rated R movie that is based on inside of a PG-13 movie. That's kind of cheesy. That's why I said this should be rated R. I like her. I think she's pretty good as the main actress. What's her name? I forget. I mean, in the actual character. Max. Her mother's name, Nancy. Or Amanda. Nancy is her character in the movie. Amanda's her real name. Like I said, I think it could have been a little more raunchy. No, no nudity in this. You get to see some scantily clad women a couple times. Camp Bloodbath. Once you're in one of those horror movies, those slasher flicks, that's what you're going to be known for, kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis. But you can break through. A movie star. She looks so much like her sister when they smile. It's got some good 80s music in it. See, maybe that's another reason I like it, Doug. That's a kick-ass song right there. And then what is this song they play in the car that they both like? Betty Davis Eyes. Hmm. So, Doug, did you know nudity? I doubt it. That's not what this movie's about. It's more of a, like I said, it tries to have a little heart to it. Yeah, that's Via Farmiga's sister. The woman from The Conjuring. That's not even the real Betty Davis eyes singing it though. That's not Kim Carnes. You're such a dork. You know, she was in the first Harold and Kumar. She was the one that gets naked with the weird boyfriend. Doesn't she show her tits in Watchmen? Hey Doug, did you go see Supergirl yet? Cheers, everybody. Let me know if you did. I was very disappointed in it. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good, man. I mean, it was nothing to it. Talk about going to sleep. I literally got sleepy in the middle of it. It's from Victoria. What's Victoria? That TV show? That car wreck was a little CGI wonky, but I give it to him. It'll be all right. I like how the light turned red. It's got a pretty good title sequence. The Final Girls. Other than, if you think about it, I guess they're talking about her and her mother. She's the final girl in this movie, and then her mother's the final girl in the movie within the movie. I never saw that show. The only thing Nickelodeon that my son ever watched, since he was a guy, but he liked iCarly. I watched that, but I didn't watch anything else. Live action, I mean. We watched all kinds of animated shows. I don't know. Is it Divine? I don't know. No, I'm not wasting money on fucking Supergirl popcorn items. I was talking to somebody about that, dude. I'm not into those popcorn buckets. That just takes up too much room. I'm gonna get them for key movies, but not. Did you see that one at the cup? It looks like it's got fucking foreskin on it instead of her jacket. Like I got the Halloween one, I got the Art the Clown one, I got the Jaws one, I got one of the Alien ones, Alien Romulus. Um, I got the one for Obsession. I got the one for the monkey. There's another one up there I can't think of. But I'm not just getting them for random movies. Yes, that's him. The one from Pitch Perfect movies. Ken, do you buy popcorn buckets? I don't know where I fucking put them. Because I don't want to scatter them throughout the house. I'd rather just have space for movies. I'm strapped as it is for space. I was very disappointed in the Michael Myers one. I don't know. Yeah, the one that looked like the KFC bucket with what's his head? Crypto. That did look kind of cool. Dude, if I start buying those things, I know I'm going to just keep buying a bunch of them, and then I don't have, like I said, I don't have anywhere to put them. The Varsity. Did you see that one I was talking about? The cup that's got her coat wrapped around it. Everybody on like Reddit is calling it the foreskin cup. That girl that just shot the straw. I like her. This dude is good. I forget his name. What was it? Middle Ditch Dingleberry, whatever his name. He was in that show, Silicon Valley, on HBO. That was a good show. Yeah, he's blackmailing her with grades. Camp Bloodbath 1 and 2. They should have made a sequel to this, made it rated R, and then they should have based it on Camp Blood. I gotta move the camera on a second. My foot hurts. They should have based it on Friday the 13th Part 2. Now, I wouldn't say it sucked. I didn't say it sucked. It's just it's not great. Exactly what I said in my out of theater reaction. It isn't like every movie that I went to see within the DCU that Zack Snyder was involved in. It was like a level of like it was kind of epic. It was a big movie feel. These movies, like the Superman one, was okay. This one was not as good as Superman. The parts with Lobo in it were good. The villain is blood, like mid. It's just nothing. There's no. It doesn't feel like a big epic superhero movie at all. Just some of those buckets, man. Like I said, it's just a rip to get people collectors, which I'll give them credit. Theaters don't get most of the money for the tickets, but they do get all the money from the concessions. So whoever came up with the idea of selling popcorn buckets is a genius, because most of the people supporting like physical media and stuff are collectors, and they eat that shit up. Tyson. Yeah, some of those buckets I've seen are kind of small, man. Stanford or Cornell are her safety schools. Typical uppity bitch. Oh, super sick, super power. No. This blonde dude, what have we seen him in? Has he been in anything else? Huh. Sure. He's like, I'm not fucking with you, bitch. Oh, he was in Hunger Games. I don't remember being in Bad Boys for Life. He was in Bad Boy Ride or Die. So what was he? Was he? Um, I'm not gonna spoil it because you'll probably hear it. The sequel is not really hers. They set up the ending to where she's back on Earth. I got a Tubi ad. I got 5 of them. They set it up to where she's back on Earth and she's gonna be in Man of Tomorrow. I watched an interview with her and she has a big role in that movie. So basically, it's her and Superman are the main characters of Man of Tomorrow. Hey, what's going on, Star Collecting Hobbies? They were asking me about Supergirl. Is he in that character from that golf show that he's gonna be on Netflix? I got 5 ads. There's no if you see it, there's no after credits scene for Supergirl. The best part of the movie is the last act. Well, I didn't give any spoilers. I didn't say anything about what happened in the movie. You can look at the cast list of Man of Tomorrow. She's in it. You can see that. So no, they don't set up a sequel. The sequel is going to be her movie and Superman are converging into one movie, which would be basically a sequel to both of them. Which, if you know anything about the source material that they're using for the Superman movies, you would already know that she's going to be in it. Guy Gardner's back, Lex Luthor's back, Jimmy Olsen's back, Lois Lane, Matthew Lillard's got a part in it. Mr. Terrific is back. Jon Stewart is going to be in it. The Engineer's back. I see they don't give away in the cast list who the villain is, even though I know who it's going to be. And they don't tell you in this. 3 times. Dude, that movie fucking sucked to see it 3 times. I do hope that they need to do, I said it in my after credits, my after theater reaction, they need to do a Lobo movie, Deadpool style, where it's rated R. Because he's the best part of the movie. And he's not even in it probably 15 minutes. Why would you see that movie 3 times? It is not that good. Superman was way better.
Say his name and he appears.
And there he is. What's up, Cody? Cody Tudor. Did you see Supergirl? What'd you think of it? Like I said, it wasn't a bad movie at all. But it's just for what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like these new DC movies need to like some level of, they need to feel important, feel big. They don't. Everything that came before them feels bigger. Batman with Keaton felt bigger. The movies with Henry Cavill felt bigger. What's the movie for? Hey, what's going on, Alan? But it's not really an origin movie. She's already Supergirl at the beginning. I'm not going to spoil it for Doug. It's got parts to tell her origin, but I just don't like the way they do it. It is weak. It is fucking weak compared to Superman. It doesn't even have enough fight scenes in it. Yeah, I saw where you went to see that. Did you really like it? Like legit. I thought the last one was a little weak. You don't have good friends, dude. If I was going to go see another movie twice, it wouldn't be that movie. That movie was weak. So in this movie, she's getting uncomfortable because she's seeing her mother. Do you think this fire would start as fast as it does because somebody had a bottle of vodka that rolled down the theater and then the match hit? The cigarette ash hit it. Where would you rank it? Was it after the maybe 1, 2, 3, and then that one? Just was it better than the last one? I 100% agree with what Tarantino said. The Toy Story trilogy, the first 3 are about as perfect as you can get, especially for animated movies. They didn't need to make another one after that, really. Here they go. They're going into the screen. Escape. Here we go. Yeah, the third I think is my favorite too. Well, you don't came to the right place. Well, we can act silly and talk about shitty movies all day. Hey, Al, have you seen this Final Girls? I like the concept. I wish they had went forward with a sequel and had it like rated R, like I said at the beginning. I love the movie within the movie concept. Yeah, I know. I agree. That's the way I kind of look at it. Like Andy was the first three, and then she's gonna be the next three. I know that, but I'm just telling you, James Gunn will not make it as far as Zack Snyder. Number of films, these things are fucking weak, dude. This movie is not making any money. It is not that good. Like Man of Steel just felt so much bigger, better. Everything about it was just excellent compared to either one of these movies that he's done. That's bullshit. That's not true at all. I don't want to spoil it, but she has been Supergirl for a while. She was not. It's the beginning of it was not her origin. She flashes back like 8 years. She should have had to. She was not wearing a suit because she didn't want to be Supergirl and was off Earth. Which you already knew that from the end of Superman. I've never seen that movie number four. Is it any good? I love how they just keep looping here until they do the right thing. We're insane. No, not. We're in the movie. Here it comes again. Mickey, you so fine. Is that the real Mickey song? I don't think so. It's a remake of that as well. One of the problems that I think Gunn's gonna have is you're in the middle of a world that's pre-existed and you didn't get to see hardly anything but flashbacks of origin stories. So like Guy Garner's in there, Mr. Terrific. You don't get any connection to any of these characters because they just randomly show up and appear. So like Lobo, I can explain, I liked because you didn't need to know much about him. He randomly shows up in her story. But I would love to see a Lobo movie, like just totally about him. I never saw Mortal Instruments. Bikini, mouthwash, diaphragm. Like that chick right there needs to be naked. Oh, I know that. That's her whole point of this version of the character. I thought it would have been interesting to see how she got the suit, like when Clark gave it to her, why she chose not to wear it, all that kind of stuff. Well, Superman was his origin movie in this version, but it didn't feel like one because he already existed. Then they're making you feel like you should already know that. I just don't like the way they handled it. This version of the DCU is weak sauce compared to the previous one. The second Suicide Squad and Peacemaker blow Superman and Supergirl out of the water. I need to get me another boombox like that. We're in the movie. I didn't at first, then after I saw the movie, yes, because of the version of Supergirl she is. This version of Supergirl is totally different than the one that Helen Slater played, which is basically the goody-goody two-shoes type. For her, the punk rock kind of version, like anti-establishment, brooding teen, yeah, they picked a pretty good actress to play her. Her acting is great in it. That's not the problem. The writing is weak. The villain is weak. The movie's weak. That's cool. Yeah, they should have had her play Supergirl. The girl that plays Supergirl in the TV series, much better. Supergirl. But like I said, knowing which version of Supergirl they picked, I kind of knew what to expect, so I didn't really care about the version that they picked. What's in it for me? How about my friends? Don't kick your ass. Tricep smash. Go suck a turd. Well, they should have paid her $5 million, and she should have done it. I liked that show. I thought it was good. I like the what was it? Superman and Lois. That's a great show, and that version of Doomsday was way better than what they did in the movie. Who we talking about? Looks too tan compared to her usual pale skin. Talking about Supergirl? Well, she's rarely on Earth, so she's on all these red planets and probably gets a tan there. I think this girl's a good actress. What else has she done? Especially in this, when she's like all emotional about that being her mother. Oh, Kurt told her he wants to do it. He wants to do it. So 80s. He wants to do it. Really? I hadn't seen that in so long, I didn't remember. If I do a stream next week, what's some good 4th of July movies other than Jaws? I could watch Jaws again. Independence Day is on here. Since I don't work that Monday, we could watch that. It's a little bit longer. Cody wants to watch Camp Blood. I need my Carousel 4. Have you got yours yet? Yeah, I know. I said that earlier where I thought her sister was her mother there for a while because of the age difference. Um, Possibly, but because she's supposed to be like really young, I don't see her mellowing a lot. But yeah, I could see her mellowing a little bit. And being basically feel better about her role and what and being on Earth and what she can do to help people. Basically, I don't want to spoil it, but because of what happens in this movie. Yeah, I haven't gotten mine. You've seen it 4 times. Okay. So you didn't actually choose to say, "Hey, I got to go see this 4 times." All right. I'm not so worried about you now, bro. I like the music in this movie. It's pretty fucking awesome. What if you can go out the soundtrack? And I like the killer other than the like I said, the first time I saw this, I thought the mask was funny. Huh? Where's the beef? Oh man. She said, "Where's the beef?" You guys remember that Wendy's commercial? Where's the beef? He's like, "Here it is." You dozed off twice. I legit, in one part, I almost felt like I was going to doze off in the theater. He doesn't know what to do because he's not part of the movie. Billy Boy. He's licking her blood. That's blood. Uh-huh. The funny part is, uh, he's here. He's hearing about how his own self dies. The killer does. Mhm. Paula. Mhm. What a moron. She's in the other room watching something. I hear her on the phone, I think. She didn't go see Supergirl with me. Mhm. He thinks he's just gonna walk away. I had a weird theater experience with that. So, uh, oh shit, machete. So I bought a ticket for Supergirl online, and you know the row right behind the area where the handicapped people sit. I bought my seat like not in the middle because I figured people would want that, like right over to the side. So when I get there, I sit down, and 4 people had the whole theater. I mean, the theater might have 30 people in it total. Sit in 4 seats right beside me, even though the whole end of the row had nobody in it. When they went to choose their tickets, They did it. You had to do it on the screen if they bought it in the theater. They knew I was sitting there, and they chose to pick seats that were right beside me instead of moving down and at least one to separate us. Who the fuck does that? So I decided when the lights went down and the movie started that I was going to move down a row, like in the back row of the first section, and I did. And then within 30 seconds of me getting there, some dude tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You're in my seat." So I had to get up again and move. It was ridiculous. So I just hate when you got a half empty, three-quarters empty theater and somebody picks seats right beside you. No, this is the one. Like I said, this is where they go into the movie, and the girl's mother is one of the people that die in the original movie. It's got some comedy elements in it too. I got some commercials now. Mhm. Dude, it doesn't matter. You that when I picked my seat, nobody had bought any. I bought it like about an hour before the movie. You don't pick seats right beside somebody. You could have went down at least one. The row has got 20 other seats because I'm over here toward the side. And you pick the four like right beside me. That's ridiculous. Put one seat in between us anyway. Or at least when the lights went down, they could have one of them could have shifted down one. The row behind us is totally empty. The row in front of us is totally empty. There's nobody one or two seats beside me, and there's like 10 empty seats beside them. And they picked seats right next to me with no space in between us. You don't do that nowadays. Well, when it's four people, you can't all be exactly directly in the middle. So I don't mind being to the side a little bit, especially if it's in the bigger theater with a big screen, because I kind of like lean to the side anyway. I have my knee bothers me sometimes, so I have to stretch my leg out. So I always usually get the row right behind the handicap area, so I got a lot of space. All right, mine's back. Yeah, I got up and moved. I don't know if you caught that part. So I got up and moved to the row, the last row of the first section where nobody was. And about 5 minutes into the movie, somebody came in and tapped me on the shoulder and told me I was in their seat. So somebody showed up like 10 minutes late. They missed all the trailers and they missed the first 5 minutes of the movie. And then I moved one more row down, and then nobody was there. No, I wasn't in IMAX. It was a decent sized theater though. Do you not have recycling chairs? What is that? Reclining chairs? Reclining chairs? Not in the theater I went to. I went to the theater where it was a little cheaper. When it's a movie I'm not enthusiastic about, I just go to the cheapest theater possible. When I go to the bigger theater, they do. Like when I go see Spider-Man, I'll go to that one. I need to go back to the one that had beer. Here comes Paula. Needle dick. Sledgehammer. Mm, now we do. Mm, she's got that big 80s hair, man. Sticking that bitch like white on rice. Mhm. Damn. Mine only had like, I can't even remember which trailers it showed. It only had like 3 trailers, I think. Mm. Oh, he said fag. Not really, dude. I don't even remember what trailers they showed. What did they show? I'm trying to think. What's some upcoming movies? They didn't show Spider-Man, which I thought maybe they did, but then I was like, well, this is a DC movie. Oh, what is the new Hunger Games movie? They showed that. Minions and Monsters. They showed that. That looks pretty funny. Yeah, Last Insidious. That one was a good. I didn't see it before this one, but I saw it before one of the last movies. And Evil Dead Burn. I'm definitely going to see that. I know for July I'm going to see Evil Dead Burn. Isn't that July? And I'm going to go see Spider Man. I want to see that Pinocchio Unstrung movie. I definitely want to go see Super Troopers 3 when that comes out. I'm going to cut it off. So Evil Dead Burn comes out July 10th. Minions comes out July 1st. Yeah, I didn't see it before Supergirl, but I saw it before one of the last movies I saw. Like, I forget, within the last month I saw it at the theater. It looks pretty good. Is that the one that I know I saw it before Obsession. Is that the one where they go under the pillow cushions and it's like a maze behind there? Oh, they showed Moana, the live action. That was the other trailer. That was the three. So it was Minions, Moana, and what did I say? Shit, I saw Minions. What was the other one? They didn't show the trailer for Odyssey. What was the third one I mentioned? I do want to see Spider Man. Ice Cream Man comes out the same day as Super Troopers 3. I kind of want to see both of those. Insidious comes out in August. Coyote versus Acme comes out in August as well. Fall 2, I didn't know that was coming out as soon as it is. It's coming out in September. The Resident Evil movie comes out in September, like the weekend before my birthday. I might go see that. I heard a rumor that Terrifier 4 may get delayed, dude. Somebody's suing him for saying that he violated the rights of their original contract. Oh, they showed the trailer for Digger. Damn. Yeah, they showed Digger, that trailer for that Tom Cruise movie. Clayface comes out in October. That looks pretty good. What do you think it'll be? Any ideas? I've seen the trailer for that Cat in the Hat movie, the animated one coming out. That looks pretty funny. Godzilla Minus Zero comes out this year. Yeah, that Hunger Games comes out in November. I was the other one. I didn't particularly like the looks of that. I'm not big into those. Violent Night 2 comes out this year, and then Avengers, obviously. Do Avengers Doomsday and Doom Part 3 are coming out the same fucking day? You got to be kidding me. The new Jumanji movie comes out in December on Christmas Day. Air Bud returns. Oh God. New Ice Age movie. New Wolf Creek movie comes out next year. Godzilla. I'm looking at the upcoming stuff. There's some good stuff. Spaceballs in April. Resurrection of Christ in May. Paranormal Activity in May. Star Wars Starfighter in May. John Rambo in June. Cool, man. Yeah, that did look weird. He's playing an old dude. Hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate you stopping by. Have you seen the trailer for Shrek 5 yet? That looks kind of weird. It's just something felt a little off with the trailer. I don't know why. Maybe it's just their voices are sounding older. There's the killer. Mm. What's she screaming about? Mm. Bon Jovi. That girl is so fucking ditzy. Why we don't see her nude in this, I don't know. There's the missus. Ken asked me where the missus was. What are you doing?
Watching Christmas movies.
Did you give me the finger?
I said I'm watching Christmas.
She's watching Christmas in July movies on Hallmark. I'll give you the finger for that. What's up, Optimus? We're watching The Final Girls. I'm talking about my wife giving me the finger. Uh-oh, they're going to a flashback. I like this concept here. It gets black and white. Look at this shit dripping. It's monochrome. Doug's like, psst, Hallmark. Doug, my wife's going to come through the internet and punch you in the face. Lolly, lolly, lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop. I need something sweet. Like a piece of candy or something. Yeah, I just bought some. I got my first Criterion since my store doesn't have them. I bought my first 5 from Amazon because they were half price there. So I'll probably do a video this week where you can see those. I just ordered some Severin stuff today too. some of their $7 Blu-rays. And a couple movies that I had thought about buying but didn't. And then nobody likes to hear me talk about it. I had like almost $80 in credit from Valoria Video where people were buying stuff. So I just placed an order with him too.
Remember you got them.
What flavors are they?
That's almond and one's crisp.
Here, I'll eat this one. What have you bought, Ken? Not that I know of. Is there a new movie coming out soon? Huh. Since they explained it that a kid made the mask, I kind of forgive him the way it looks. I don't know. He said she'd be here in about 30 minutes. Has it been 30 minutes? Huh, she's got the blood splattered on her. They're like, get the fuck out of here. Mhm. Mhm. She's like, drive, drive. He's like, I'm not dead. Now you are, bro. You killed Duncan. Damn, look at his legs. It broken up like look like that chick at the beginning of It Follows. Car fucking exploded. They killed the final girl by scaring her to death. Hmm. It's only a movie. It's only a movie. Why does he hate my boobs? Because they're not big. When's a new movie coming out? New Transformers. Uh-huh. Hmm. I'm technically a virgin. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. He had a weird mustache. Super freak. Exactly. I had the same thing happen at Walmart a while back. My wife and I grabbed some lunch, and it was busy, so we actually ate in the truck. We parked, and nobody was around us. And when we got out, there was somebody literally parked so close to us she could barely get in. But the next four spots, beside us, were empty. Why would you not leave one empty spot in between, and why would you park that close to somebody? This is what I say to those people right there. If you're a person who comes right up next to somebody, even though there's empty seats beside you, fuck you. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Personal space, people. Personal space. Nancy. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. I wonder how old she's supposed to be in this movie. She's already pretty old. Cody, are you still here? Is that you in back rooms? In back rooms, Bigfoot? Back rooms, Bigfoot. Hey Ken, do you watch anime? Recommend some anime for somebody who's just getting started. Operation Booby Trap. Get it, booby? I like that girl. She's funny. The one that's wearing the vest now. Damn, got a bear trap up in there. Mm-hmm. Pajunkadunk? Mm-hmm. That's evil. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Man, women can be bitches to each other. Hmm. A bitch. Yeah, thank you. No, it's not reclining. It's regular seats. Literally, the dude's arm was on the armrest that I would have been wanting to use. He was literally butting up right against me. And if Stephanie had went with me, that would have probably been her seat because I would have sat in the one that had a gap. Um, so I could stretch my leg out. So yeah, I would have felt uncomfortable either way. People are just dicks. Yeah, that's why I moved. I got ads. 6. Hey, what's going on, Peter? Hey, I'll ask you a question. We were just talking about it. I went to see Supergirl and I bought my ticket in advance. And when I bought it, it was on the row right behind the handicap section, and nobody was sitting next to me when I bought the ticket. And I even moved over a little bit so it wouldn't be right in the middle. After I bought my ticket, when I came in, 4 people came and bought tickets and they sat right beside me on a row that was totally empty. Like they could have, when they bought their ticket, they could have put one seat in between us. Who does that? And then Ken in the comments said that's the same type of person on a whole empty section of a parking lot parks right next to the car that's there. I don't know. Is that not? That's not. Is that the one with Brad Pitt? That's really not anime, is it? Yeah, that's true. I hate that too. Yeah, so I ended up moving once the movie started. I was like, that's fucking annoying, dude. I mean, come on now. Literally, it wasn't in a big theater with like nice reclining seats, so we would have been trying to share an armrest. Exactly. Like what is it something in their brain? It's just that that's the kind of person they are. Like they don't believe in personal space. After everything we went through with the pandemic and everything, I'm like keeping personal space against each other. You're still gonna do that? It's just must be something in their DNA. I don't know, man. Yeah, you gotta piss next to somebody? Come on now. So there's your 3 scenarios at the theater, sitting next to somebody when you get to choose your seats in advance. Mine was bought first. And I know it shows you where people are sitting. Why would they choose the one next to me and not put one, at least one gap? One seat gap. Same in the parking lot. Yep, same in the urinal. That's 3 perfect scenarios of why people just make bad choices. Ignorant. Have you ever seen this movie, Peter, The Final Girls? They're trying to explain to her what this cell phone is. My phone's not plugged in anything. Did you see Supergirl, Peter? I know you sometimes post reviews. I haven't been online much, so I didn't see whether you posted one or not. I thought it was kind of mid. I will say this though, I am interested in the next Superman movie though. Especially the rumor is that Brainiac is the main star. It doesn't show up on Internet Movie Database, so I'm not sure. That's always been a villain that I've been interested in since he was rumored to be the villain in the one Kevin Smith was writing that was going to be the Nicolas Cage Superman movie. I wouldn't say bad, but it just, did you see Superman? Something feels different. Like all of the movies and the movies connected to, Zack Snyder's worlds just seemed, I don't know, like bigger, had some, almost seemed like on an epic scale, like they felt very important. Maybe it was, they were, could have been a little too serious, but still they were serious. The acting in it was good. The cinematography was like top notch. The epic scores. These movies of James Gunn, like I liked Suicide Squad. I liked Peacemaker, but those were over the top, funny, a little vulgar, something different. His Superman is super good. Supergirl, I know he only produced that. They just seem bland, man. Like it's missing something. I don't know what it is. They just feel like just generic superhero movies. Mm. I like the scene here where the girl's talking to her mother, having a mother-daughter moment when she doesn't know that's what they are. That's the rumor. I don't know. I haven't dug into it. I don't want it spoiled, but I heard the rumor is that Brainiac's going to be the villain in the Man of Tomorrow. Yeah, Man of Steel is just fucking epic, dude. The only scene I don't like is when Jonathan Kent sacrifices himself because of the tornado and the dog. I just, for somehow that just, I don't know. I just didn't like that scene. Yeah, it's true. Maybe not like going to the movie, or yeah, like you're at home and you're watching something with some friends and they're talking up like, hey, what's getting ready to come up into the movie? I've had that happen before. Yeah, how we didn't get a Man of Steel 2. That should have been the next movie. Like I still say he rushed Batman v Superman to have Doomsday in it. Doomsday should have been the villain in he should have showed up at the very end of that movie, or like that's what was coming after they defeated Lex Luthor. And then that's what should have been Man of Steel 2. Then he should have died there, and then you should have got Justice League. Yeah, rushing and putting fucking Doomsday. Now, I'm okay with Doomsday changing his origin and have it where maybe he got created. Like, what you could have had happen was, let's say you catch Lex Luthor at the end of Batman v Superman, and while he's being carted off, he detonates something or he triggers something, and it starts up the machine that creates Doomsday. And then maybe as the credits go off and then after credit scene, you see Doomsday wake up. And then that should have been the next movie, The Man of Steel 2. And then Superman should have died, and that's when it, because of the same thing. I like that concept of Superman dying and that scream just resonating through the universe and having it to where all the big baddies know that he's dead and it triggers them to come to Earth. That's perfect scenario. I liked all of that. It's just he rushed it too much. Having Marvel like be so far ahead of them like made them rush so much in the DCU. I like the scene here where that chick is stripping. Uh this should have been rated R, and we should have got at least some side boob or something in here. Exactly. It's like all of the villains. Um, good. Here's what I always say about villains. A good villain in a movie, if you weren't seeing it from the hero's perspective and you follow the villain his whole life and you get to that moment in time, a good villain, you almost feel sorry for them and you also almost feel connected that there is a reason behind what they're doing. Negan, for example, on The Walking Dead. When it got to the point where, if you think about it, Negan would not have come after Rick and his group if Rick and his group hadn't come in and fucking murdered 20 of their people in their sleep. What did you think was going to happen? And so, like I said, Negan, is he that bad? Is he that different than Rick in that situation? This is my first 50% since I started my collection. I'm overwhelmed. You talking about Criterions? I could give you some good recommendations for some Criterions if you want. Exactly. Yeah, Ed Harris, like if you had followed him and his character, if he was the main character more, you would have 100% understood what he was going for and the reasoning behind it. Yeah, all good villains have like really good motivations behind what they're doing, and that's realistic and believable of why they might want to choose to do that. And speaking of that, when you watch The Rock on one of the streaming services, it's the fucking full screen version. Why would they have the full screen version streaming? Yeah, I know. If it is Brainiac, it should be pretty cool. I almost wanted to see that Kevin Smith version of Superman. The script that I read about, or that documentary um, about the making of that movie, the one that was going to be the Nicolas Cage led Superman movie, sounded so cool. Did you hear that story about it had a giant spider in the script, and when they didn't do it, that they kicked that giant spider over to whatever movie like Gruber and Peters, one of them, were producing, and they ended up being in the Wild Wild West? You're hitting the sack. Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Always good talking to you too. I need to get you back on the channel one day, man. Yes, sir, and of course I'll take them. I'm sure you got a video with them I could refer to. Not yet. I'm getting ready to watch this week. You're going to see the first 5 that I bought. And there's some really good ones in there that it wasn't just ones that have been come out since the last sale. There's some that I didn't get that I held off on, but there were reasons why. A couple of them were expensive, and I definitely didn't want to buy them full price. But I'll do a recommendation video of these 5, and then I'll do another one of just ones I already own that I recommend. If you like animated movies, I'll just go ahead and tell you 2 on here. You need to get Wall-E. That's one of the best looking 4K Criterions I've ever seen. And even though there's a 4K in the Wes Anderson set, highly recommend Fantastic Mr. Fox. That's one of my favorite animated movies of all time. This is my favorite scene in this movie right here, when they just dump the gasoline on the back of this guy. They jump out of the building. It's in slow motion, and they're going to be talking in slow motion. When he jumps out of this window, it's epic. Watch this. What's happening? It's slow motion. That right there. With the fucking machete on fire. He's on fire. That's kind of like Freddy versus Jason. And did this happen before that? Damn, that is a good effect right there, man. I love it. He lands. He's got fire on him. Look at that shit. That is an awesome scene right there in this movie. The music is cool. I love him running after him. Good acting. They legit look scared. Fucking kid. That's fucking awesome. That's a scene that belongs in a real horror movie right there. I haven't seen any other than the DC large scale figures, like the DC multiverse. No, The Flash had a similar scene, but I'm talking about. Oh yeah. I know you're talking about at the end of it when he was in the multiverse thing. Yeah, they showed that because that was what they planned on doing in that movie. But in the real life, because they didn't make that movie, they used that walking spider scene in Wild Wild West. I don't know if it is. You have to let me know if that's any good. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. But at least he did. I mean, the Supergirl figures, the DC Multiverse figures look good. You have to admit, though, tell me, that villain is weak. That villain has no personality whatsoever. They stick a bunch of fucking piercings on his face to give him a personality. That's not a personality. Even Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor was good. I mean, come on now. You need a good villain. I like the motivation though of her dog. That's realistic because that's her connection to Krypton. So in her old life, I love the motivation. Roku Ultra. I got an actual commercial for Roku Ultra. Yeah, Dazed and Confused is a good 4K. I recommend that one. We need a 4K upgrade of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Speak of the devil, what's up, Super Chat? What's up, Kara? We were just talking about Supergirl. Did you see it? I know you had to have liked it. I mentioned you in my new movie hunt video that posted like 2 hours before the stream. I saw some figures, like the Barbie type figures of Harley Quinn and Supergirl, and I mentioned you in there. I know. That's just not the audience they were going for. Sorry. Me too, man. Margot Robbie, it was a perfect. It's like one of those deals where to me, um, I think everybody in Zack Snyder's universe was cast perfectly. And I'll be the first to admit, I didn't when they cast Ben Affleck as Batman, I was like, this is gonna be fucking bullshit. He ended up being one of the best Batman man they ever had. The fact that we didn't get a single movie with him was just terrible. And that fight sequence in the warehouse is the best Batman fight sequence of any movie. Argue me that one. Yeah, did you see Supergirl? What do you think, Cara? Doug doesn't want spoilers though. I don't think you're ever going to see Margot Robbie in another Harley Quinn movie though. That's sad to say. They want to reboot it and don't want anybody the same probably. Other than I heard, Jason Momoa obviously got recast as Lobo. That's a better casting choice for me than it was for Aquaman. He was a good Aquaman, but dude, Gal Gadot, if that's how you pronounce her name, she was the perfect Wonder Woman, man. They're not going to find a better Wonder Woman. They'll get some bullshit like Sydney Sweeney or some shit. He's in the water behind them. I like the music in this. Well, I said Kara. That's what we call you on here, so I figured anybody watches the channel would know that I was talking about you. Any of my regulars would have known it was you. Oh, this is when they have their little love connection. Keep pressure on it. She would have been better than the Supergirl we got. All right, so what did you think? You have to admit the villain in it was weak, wasn't he? That villain was not good. I don't mind her as Supergirl. I liked her as Supergirl. That version, I never, if it was the Goody Two Shoes version, we wouldn't have liked it. But that version of Supergirl, I liked her as Supergirl. I just thought the movie was weak. All right, she's going after him. She's turning into the final girl. I need to see if there's a soundtrack to this. I figured you would. I haven't bought any. Did you buy the one that looks like it's got fucking foreskin on it? Um, she would have been like me. She would have been thought it was okay, but nothing great. She didn't 100% think the newest Superman was great. Those movies are not really 100% her cup of tea. Now, if the Rock had been in it as the Black Adam, she would have liked it. Her mother, she's saving her. Yeah, give us your short critique of the movie. Be honest. Okay, I agree. It's just a fun popcorn movie, but I just think it's to be the second movie in the new DCU. It's kind of weak. But I told them earlier, her teaming up with Superman and the Man of Tomorrow should be pretty good. I think that'll take it up a notch and it'll be better. And I liked them. I liked Helen Slater as Supergirl. The same that movie suffered the same way as this one, with just having a shitty villain in it. It was stupid the way the villain was, and the fact that movie would have the old one would have been served so much better with the public liking it if they had actually gotten Christopher Reeve to do a cameo as Superman, at least a couple scenes like they did in this one. I'll give you that. Yeah, a lot of the scenes with Crypto in it were kind of fun or heartfelt, but he's the central point of the plot. So, which I get, like I said, because that's her connection to her old world. See, she's different than Clark. Clark was a baby and crash landed here, and all he knows is Earth. She was a young, probably a teenager when she got here, so she lived a life before here, and she misses it. So the fact that she's a brooding 20-year-old, 22-year-old, whatever she's supposed to be. I understand that. So I don't mind that part of the plot. I'd be interested to see what you say, Doug, when you see it. Mhm. Hey, what's up, Paula? Did you see Supergirl? My drink got warm. I kind of want to see the Jackass movie, but I don't need to see men doing pranks with their penises on the big screen. I'll see it when it's at home. Obsession goes digital this week. So I don't know that I'm going to buy it, but I'll find it because it's digital, if you know what I mean. I got the One Wish Willow popcorn bucket, and I got one of the One Wish Willows. I also got somebody to 3D print me one. Well, how were you surprised? Well, you could say that about any actress or actor, that you're sometimes trapped within the story they write. But the story was fucking weak. Some of the CGI was wonky as hell too. When she was flying at the end, some of the CGI looked bad. Yeah, that's true. You talking about that little poster? I got one of those. I got the one for Scream too. So her mother's stripping so that the killer will come. Come. I don't know. I've heard some actors say they read the script and really wanted to do a movie. Like I watched James Woods do an interview recently. He said that he knew he wanted it once he read the script. And then I've heard other people say they read a script and they just didn't want to do the movie at all. So I think anybody at her stage of their career going into a new DCU and making these first movies, she would have been hard pressed for her to say no. Why would she have said no? Yeah, I think that's what I was telling them earlier. One of the weaknesses of both Superman and this one is they're already established as the characters in the universe when we meet them, and then you have to do these weird flashbacks at certain aspects of the movie to to understand motivations, and then it kind of takes you out of the movie a little bit. Well, all the fucking Jackass movies are stupid. I'm not a picky movie watcher. I'll give any movie pretty much a chance for one time. What's up, Sandy? What you stressed about? You want to talk about it? Appreciate you stopping by though. Always appreciate you. You and Paula stopped by late. What you guys been doing? Did you see Supergirl? Oh, they used the F word. You fucked with the wrong version. See, my dad used to record pretty much everything he watched. I got my movie collecting definitely from my dad. He still buys stuff like at flea markets and stuff, and then I give him a ton of movies. So Somebody asked what I do with all my movies. A lot of my movies that I watch and I don't like, I give to my dad, and then he might donate them or he'll give them back to me and I'll sell them. I always tell him don't donate Blu-rays. If you don't want them, I'm going to sell them. Damn. He kicked her Matrix style. Oh, you don't have to say. If you want to talk to me afterwards, though, all you got to do, you can chat with me. I got a lot of shit going on too. Work, personal, but that's where I like to come on here sometimes, just to kind of get away from it all. I wasn't surprised at the cussing, not in the James Gunn universe. Especially Lobo. That movie, Lobo should be rated R. Do you familiar with Lobo at all? Baby tunes. I kind of want to see the Minions, but I'll tell you the reason I'm not going to go see Minions is the fucking kids in the theater. I can't stand them anymore. Well, at least work is settled, so hopefully you're doing okay. No pressure to talk about it, but you know you got friends, so if you want. Yeah, I thought Lobo was good. That was a good casting of Jason Momoa. I thought it was pretty good. Which comment? But you missing movies? I caught that. Your dad's a picky movie watcher. I showed them one about you uh, missing the movies, causing baby tunes. All right, they're going out, finally getting out of the movie. Here they go, back into the real world. No worries, it doesn't matter. I need to get a 3D printer. Any of you guys have a 3D printer? I broke a little piece off of my One Wish Willow. I'm trying to fix it. People like female characters because they knew dudes would buy it. You got a 3D printer? I've never had one. I was the vice president of IT, and I'm now the um, CEO of a company with basically you've got a lot of technology, and I've never had a 3D printer. I should get one. How cheap can you get one? Yeah, well, I use just Wi-Fi inkjet printers to do my. I had some weird shit going on. I can't get the comment to hide. So I print my eBay labels the same way every time. I buy the label on my phone and then I connect Wi-Fi to my printer and I print the label. Randomly, my printer my phone can't find my printer now. Randomly, I don't know why. You can get them like $50 at like Walmart. Look, they're in the second movie. They're in the sequel. Can't Bloodbath 2, Cruel Summer. I would have loved to seen the sequel. And then I love this fucking song, Cruel Summer. She's wiping her sweat off with a tampon. That's funny. Go suck a turd. Yeah, are you still doing a Harley cosplay too, or are you just Supergirl right now? Your dad also doesn't want to see Leviticus because he doesn't want to see two dudes kissing. Me neither. I'll skip that one. No, thank you. Strange voices are saying, what do they say? Things I can't understand. Too close for comfort and see right out of hand. I thought based on what I saw that it was going to be boring, so that's why I wouldn't have seen it in theaters. Not even scared. I like how they do the the bloopers at the end. They used to be my favorite part of like the Burt Reynolds action comedies of the 80s. If we have sex. When I see it, I'll let you know if I like how it ended. Which movie you talking about you didn't like how it ends? She said, are you back to work, Dougie Fresh? He's doing Kramer. His penis is split in 3 different parts. She forgot her line. I saw one of her. No, you're not. You're a slut. A phone I can put in my mouth. Exactly. It's weak. That's a cut. I really like his theme. Hey, Amazon Music has got it where you can listen to the score of this. It's a good score. Oh shit. That was a stupid movie. That sounds like my dad. I'm gonna take a nap. I like this movie because it's a pretty fast watch. It's already over. The Final Girls. We do need a sequel though, and it needed to be rated R. I agree. She probably could with all she knows about the characters. Well, I think we all maybe could have pitched in together and made a better one, wrote a better one. It wasn't enough action in it. Dude, I haven't seen that in ages. I need to watch that. Hmm. Dude, I wouldn't go pay $1 to see fucking Moana in theaters. I don't like that live action Disney shit. What movie is this? I'm sorry. That just sounds like what a lot of people are going through. So I'll keep in my thoughts. What is this they're playing? I don't. Oh, it's Freddy's Nightmares, season 1, episode 1. Well, send me a message and tell me. I forgot Freddy's Nightmares. I've been so long since I watched this, I forgot how it started. That's nothing to be embarrassed about. I mean, there's a lot of people going through that. I got people that work for me that are the same way. Dude, we just had a bunch of stuff go on personally too. Um, Money wise, I've sold to pay for a lot of movies I buy. If I didn't like I just told everybody, I had like $80 in credit from Valoria Video. If I didn't sell the amount of shit that I sell, I wouldn't be able to buy the stuff I buy. I'm not like all these other YouTubers and get a lot of money from YouTube and get a lot of free movies and stuff. So if I didn't get help from this channel and then sell a lot of my wrestling stuff, I wouldn't be able to buy any of the movies that I do because my regular money goes to pay bills as well. Yeah, but to get a lot of the stuff that I buy now, I've sold too. I've sold almost all of my high dollar wrestling collectibles. I just don't have room for everything, and so that's what I chose to not keep. Um, my horror collectibles I've kept in my most of my movies. I even sold a movie here recently. I sold what was it? It was a steel book. I can't remember what it was. It was worth like about 80 to $100, and then I just bought the slipcover version for 20, and that way I made some extra money. I'm starting to get out of steel books, man. There's the scalpers are getting them out of the stores, and then the price of them are going up like Scream 7, $40 at Walmart. UFC fan. Yeah, that's true. We're an ESOP at work, and I'm trying to do everything possible to get it to where our people can get a little incentive bonus mid-year. Yeah, you say that. I've only sold one thing this weekend. I normally sell 5 or 6 things. I got a couple of high dollar items on there now. I got some Superpowers vintage figures that I had two of, and the one that looked the best I kept, and any doubles I sold. I got a really nice one on there right now, but I thought it would have sold immediately, but it didn't. I'm not much into Fortnite or Pokemon. Neither one. I was telling Doug, the one that's the nicest one that's close to me is Regal. I don't the Cinemark and AMC are an hour away. So unless the movie's like top notch, I don't drive that far. The one I went to was a little local theater chain, and they don't have popcorn buckets or anything. So but I get in for like almost half of what it is at the regular theater. So if it's a movie like Supergirl, which I don't think I'm going to 100% like, I go to the cheaper theater. What concert was it? I'll probably go to Regal for that one. Not sure. This Freddy's Nightmares is cheese. I forgot how cheesy it was. Oh, that would have been kind of cool. What's up, Alan? You're seeing it with Nick? That's cool. I'm looking forward to the Spider-Man movie. The latest trailer? No, because that theater that I go to that's cheap doesn't have a movie pass. Regal does, but I don't see enough I don't see if I saw more than 2 movies there a month, I would get their pass. But I don't. Plus, if I buy my wife's ticket, I'd have to get her a pass as well. That's cool. I'm glad you're doing that, man. That's kind of neat. The other theater that I go to, the cheap one, is so cheap that it's way cheaper than me. Like I got my ticket was under $10 to see Supergirl. It would have been like 14 in Regal. So yeah, I don't buy. I'm not much into those popcorn buckets. That's just a racket, dude. Most of them are crap plastic, and most of them look like shit. So I think it's just another way because theaters know that their ticket sales are down and collectors buy that shit. I don't have enough room. I was telling somebody to put a lot of that. So I only buy the ones for the ones I really like. Like I got the Jaws one and the Terrifier one. I got the one for the monkey. I got the Obsession one, One Wish Willow one. Um, I got the Black Phone. But the ones that are just like a head or like I didn't particularly like any of the Supergirl ones. Yeah, I'd rather just go cheap, and I can see almost 2 movies for the price of what I can see one at the Regal. Now I had Movie Pass back in the day, and I saw a ton of free movies. That's cool. See, they got you, man. They want you to get all that swag, so you'll keep buying it. Are you ready for Freddy? Well, at least that's a lot of stuff for $40. Now, see, I would end up going to that. I mean, does it look like a really old school theater? See, I would like the ambiance and the atmosphere of going to that over a big one. Yeah, if you were going to see a bunch of movies in a row like that, I could see that. It seems like I've heard of some of that in somebody's video. Unknown 835.1. Do you normally watch most of my videos? I appreciate you stopping by. Sorry, I forgot to thank you earlier. That's cool. Who you asking? I'm in Virginia. It is 11:02 right now. Auto Craig beat that up. This Freddy's Nightmares music is getting on my fucking nerves. Let me get this out of my ear. All right, we need to decide what we're watching next week. If I do a stream for basically July 4th, Do you guys want to watch anything July 4th related? That's cool. I'm glad you're able to go. We can watch Jaws again. The greatest July 4th movie ever. I got sleepy. They're playing Jaws in my local theater next week. I don't know if I'm going to go see it or not. I've seen it there like every year for the past like 5 years. They got Cruel Jaws on here. We've already watched that. I don't know. Because I'm a fucking hillbilly, probably. That's cool. I appreciate you stopping by. Like I said, I watched the video this week that pops up on there, and you'll see me where I choose. I'll show you the 5 that I just picked. Sad to say, I'd probably be the only one I'd get is a Lobo one. Yeah, we could see Independence Day. It lasts a little over 2 hours, but I'm willing to watch it. It's on there. We haven't watched that one before. I'm willing to watch Independence Day if you guys want. I'd probably need to start it like right when the stream starts. I'm not watching Joe Dirt. Is that on here? I mean, I like the movie, but what does that have to do with 4th of July? Is Joe Dirt on here? I just like picking that because if people don't have a, like Gigi, she's had some hard times. And if she can, people like her that don't actually own the movies. I know he's talking about fireworks and that. Was that near the 4th of July? Yeah. Where are you going, Doug? Yeah, what city was it? Yeah, I know he's buying fireworks in it. Was that 4th of July? Spaceballs. Fart the movie. We can watch Independence Day. I'll probably watch it on Tubi, so I don't know what version they got. We need to watch the movie Rat Race. Yes, it does. It's the new Independence Day. 4th of July is Independence Day. It came out July 4th, I think, that year that it came out. It literally is called Independence Day. That's what July 4th is. It's a massive alien invasion that happens between July 2nd and 4th. Yep, 1996. The civilians unite and fight back and win on July 4th. So it's 100% all tied into July 4th. It came out July 3rd, 1996. Well, happy early birthday. Low 60s right now. At one point we had about 80. I trimmed the fat, got rid of some executives. Let's just say 62. Yeah, happy early birthday. He's going to Tucson, Arizona. Ken, you stayed on here a long time tonight. I appreciate it, brother. You should. If you do, let me know what you end up getting. You like such different food. You don't forget Frosty. Oh, yeah. I should have it on here still. Hold on a second. Did I keep it? Did I keep it? All right, it is for Alan.
Happy birthday!
That's cool. 115 degrees in Phoenix. It's going to be 100 here at the end of the week. You're welcome. A lot of Arizona activity. I'm trying to think of it, if of the movies I already own, which one's Criterion would I recommend? Hey, they got the movie Heavy Metal on here. Very dusty in Arizona. Satan's ass. That's funny. Damn. It's going to be 100 here. Only 92 for you? I don't even know 100 here this week. Yeah, it's going to be 100 here at the end of the week. Let's see what it says. It's going to be 88 tomorrow, 90 on Tuesday, 99 Wednesday, 101, 101, 99. It's going to drop back down to 90 on Tuesday. Maybe we will. Hey, man, do a super chat and you can choose a movie. Yeah, Peter should make a Supergirl film. She can star in it. That's a good idea. Oh God, yeah, that dude. This would not be a time to be going into storage units. Lots of 90-degree temperatures. All right, boys and girls. I think I'm gonna get off here. I'm all right with watching. Yeah, the Land of Time Forgot's good. That would be funny. Yeah. So watch the movie hunt that I just posted. There's a nod to Kara in there when I find those. I say figures, but they're basically Barbies. I got my movie haul. I'll do the Criterion stuff separate. Yeah, watch for that Criterion video, probably Wednesday or Thursday, maybe, and I'll show you the 5 that I bought. Yeah, so do I. I don't know if I've seen Warlords of Atlantis. I don't remember. I don't think I have. Well, I haven't talked to her this week. She was having some issues, some personal issues, so I didn't want to bother her. But I will check in on her and tell her tomorrow. I'll wait till tomorrow that yeah, I'll tell her that you guys are thinking about her and we hope she feels better. You guys want to explain who Doug McClure is? I mean, he's basically an actor that was in a bunch of those movies that came out around that time. The Land That Time Forgot. What other ones was he in? He was in a lot of westerns. He was in Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. He was in The Gambler Returns. He was in Superboy, the TV show. The King's Pirate, The Longest 100 Miles, Beau Jest. The Man Who Understood Women. Nobody understands women. Yep. Those were cool, those old movies like that. All right, boys and girls, I'm getting ready to hit the bricks. If you're watching this for the first time and it wasn't live, any of these videos that I post, make sure you drop likes on them, put some comments on them, hype them up, do all that normal YouTube stuff. My movie hunt video just posted. If you guys are here watching me now, go watch that. My hunt video, my haul video will obviously post. I went into a Goodwill while I was at the movie, so maybe you'll see a Goodwill video soon. Maybe I'll go ahead and show that one this week. Then I'll do that Criterion where I show you the 5 that I just got as recommendations. I got a bunch of stuff on that I got to post on the channel. I went into a Hobby Lobby and they had a bunch of clearance shit, so I can do a video and show you that if you guys want to see it. And I want to talk about Supergirl in a video, not just Supergirl the new movie, but maybe Supergirl the old DVDs and the Blu-ray that I got. And the fact that you can't get the theatrical version anywhere says a lot about that movie. So they tried to fix it a lot of times and it just didn't work. So I don't want to be 56. Well, neither do I, brother. I'll be 55 this year, so I'm right behind you. Yep. If you're watching this later, we miss you, GG. We love you. Hope you're feeling better. All right, I appreciate that. And it's when Walmart, that part in there, when I get to the very end of the Walmart hunt, I'm going to that aisle that's got those Supergirl figures to see if they put anything else on there. And I saw those ones and mentioned you on there. So, yeah, I remember my dad watching The Virginian. I never really got much into TV Westerns other than like Maverick, Rifleman, stuff like that. All right, night, Alan. Hopefully you have a great birthday. So if we don't see you before, happy early birthday, and then we'll see you when you already have had a birthday by the next time we see you. Night, everybody. Yeah, I really appreciate all you guys coming on and watching the stream. My neighbors did some fireworks last night. I might have a video on here. Nothing major. That was one. That was the little ones. That was kind of cool. I like Chuck Connors too. Yeah, good night, everybody. I appreciate you stopping by. So, appreciate everybody. So, watch up the videos, hype them up, throw some likes on there. And until next time, boys and girls, this has been JEFFMAN316, your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out saying, you guys be safe out there. What'd I say? No, I haven't seen that. I love fireworks too. Yeah, we're not supposed to have them here either, but they fucking did anyway. So either way. All right. I love you guys. Until next time, JEFFMAN316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen.